29 family, your skipper here. I hope you know what a great honor it is for me to serve as your commanding officer. 22 years ago, I was a young Navy pediatrician on her first assignment right here at our wonderful hospital. During my tour here, I experienced a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet a real Medal of Honor recipient, Hospital Apprentice First Class Robert E. Bush. It was a warm, or maybe even hot, sunny day on May 2nd, 2000, and it was during the dedication of our hospital to this American hero. I was honored to be an usher in the ceremony and a witness of that historic moment. You can imagine my utter surprise when I was invited to be the commanding officer of this great command, the Robert E. Bush Naval Hospital. My purpose, actually our purpose every day, is to honor the legacy of this great man who upheld our Navy core values of honor, courage, and commitment. We do honor Robert E. Bush each day as we serve our Marine sailors, their families, and our retirees. His sacrifice of his own safety to aid a wounded Marine officer, never minding his own injuries, gives us strength and purpose. His legacy is our true north. We are the Robert E. Bush Naval Hospital, and we are proud to serve.
Hello, I'm Jacob Galvan of Yuba City, California. I'm a culinary specialist here at Naval Hospital, 29 Palms.
My name is H.N. Jeffries. I'm a corpsman in PCMH, generally working in pediatrics.
Hello, my name is HM3 Cabrera. I work here at Family Medicine at Naval Hospital, 29 Palms.
I'm HMC Jason Bebo from Bridgeport, one of the chiefs and IDCs here.
I am H.N. Barnes. I work in the Family Medicine Department here at NMRTU China Lake.
My name is Lieutenant Mike Gumper. I'm a PA at Bridgeport Medical Clinic.
Hello, I'm HMT Zong. I work at radiology at Naval Hospital 29 Palm, or Robert E. Bush.
Hello, my name is H.N. Beach.
Hello, my name is H.N. Henry. I work here at PCMH at Robert E. Bush Naval Hospital.
My name is H.N. Ratliff.
My name is H.N. Theorizzo. I work here at the Naval Hospital in 29 Palms.
Hi, I'm Ubaldo David Llanos. I am a GS employee here working in medical staff services. I'm also a retired HM1.
Hello, I'm HM3P from Detroit, Michigan. I work in the multi-service ward at Robert E. Bush Naval Hospital, 29 Palms.
I am a HM2 Tron Fortune. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I've been here at NMRTC 29 Palms for about a month now. This is my first time actually holding a leadership position, so I'm an LPO down in family medicine. I think the impact that Robert E. Bush has had on me personally is the ability to adapt. Coming up from the green side, seeing what he did on the battlefield, understanding that even when things got rough, he had to continue doing what he had to do to carry on for those around him. That's something that I'm seeing a lot. Actually holding a leadership position that no matter how bad things get, my other sailors are, what's going to come before anything. And as long as we keep that mindset, we tend to succeed pretty well. So, that's Robert E. Bush's biggest impact on me.
I'm very proud to work here at Naval Hospital 29 Palms because Robert E. Bush was a great example of courage. Because of him and the actions that he took, I was able to use his example of courage to lead other sailors and to lead other people, civilians alike, in daily work and in work in other service areas of 29 Palms.
What it means to me to work here is to keep thriving and to be the best corpsman, just like he was, being that he was a perfect role model for all corpsmen.
Robert E. Bush, to me, is the embodiment of humble service. He's quoted as saying, "This medal wasn't given to me because I'm the greatest guy to come down the pike." We had thousands who lost their lives who were easily identifiable as being able. I look at it as though I'm a custodian for those who died. To me, his namesake is a reminder that we have an obligation not only to serve the current generation of sailors and Marines, but also to honor the legacy of those who come before us and those who've lost their lives as we strive for greatness in our own service.
And what does it mean to me to work under Robert E. Bush's namesake here in Bridgeport? It means dedication. Dedication to these Marines here, dedication to the Marines that come up to train, dedication to the patients that we see on a daily basis to provide them with the highest possible quality care, and dedication to the sailors I serve alongside with and my family.
What it means for me to work under the namesake of Robert E. Bush is a ton of pride and passion in regards to being a corpsman in our strong history that we have. When you walk past that statue in the courtyard, it sets the tone for 29 Palms in that hospital, that you're not just going to work at any other hospital, that you're working at a place that is under the name of somebody who's gone through a great adverse action and has a great humility and resilience to them. And we embrace that at 29 Palms with a lot of pride.
When I hear about the courageous acts done by corpsmen that have served before me, like Robert E. Bush, it motivates me every day to be the best corpsman and the best person I can be, and I'm honored to serve under his name.
The thing about working at a hospital under Robert E. Bush's legacy is the constant urge for knowledge and training.
I was lucky enough to meet Master Chief Bush a few years ago before I deployed to Iraq in 2005. What he means to me is he's a corpsman's corpsman. He's the kind of corpsman you want to be, especially serving with the Marines. He proved in a short period of time that you can accomplish a lot.
The reason I'm proud to serve under his name is because he impacted so many, and I'm just happy to carry on his legacy through patient care.
The reason why I'm proud to work at this hospital, named after Robert E. Bush, is because he represents the finest of the hospital.
It is an honor being a part of the legacy of Robert E. Bush. Robert E. Bush demonstrated sacrifice and humility in his service to treat and defend wounded Marines. He inspires me to always be ready on and off the battlefield.
So I just want to start off with a quote by Robert E. Bush. "This medal wasn't given to me because I'm the greatest guy who came down the pike. We had thousands who lost their lives who were certainly equally identifiable as being able in their minds, or the minds of their compadres, to receive the Medal of Honor. But perhaps it wasn't properly documented. So I look at it as though I'm a custodian for those who died." I think this quote really embodies a mentality that the team is greater than the self. To be a part of this hospital, Robert E. Bush's legacy motivates me to strive towards achieving the same level of selfless servitude that he embodied. Also, it's probably one of the coolest things ever to know my ship is named after the guy who returned fire on one knee while transfusing a patient with plasma. What a unit. Knowing that I'm a part of something that creates heroes like that fills me with a great deal of pride and passion for my ship. That is what Robert E. Bush Naval Hospital means to me.
Palms. Robert E. Bush's legacy impacted my life because of the values he lived by. I strive to be humble and honest as he was while upholding the Navy core values with all that I do.
What it means to me to work in this hospital named after Robert E. Bush is it's a phenomenal experience to work in a facility named after what I think is a good baseline for what anybody who signs up and wants to be a corpsman looks at. Somebody who went into fire, was wounded, was caring for patients, and then went out risking his life to grab yet another one, defend him, still administer care, and return fire. And I mean, of 1,000 examples of what to do and how to be a good corpsman, I mean, here's a prime example. And even in the later years of his life, still held a good smile. So that's the goal.
You have to remember that you weren't the greatest soldier or the greatest medic of all time. You were just another one doing your job. And the same job that I was doing that day with Jim Roach, I was doing for 31 days before. So my sincere feeling is that we wear the medal in honor of those that didn't get it, that should have had it, and also those that didn't come home.
Greetings, 2-9 shipmates. I first became aware of the heroic story of Hospitalman Apprentice First Class Robert E. Bush in January 1992 when I reported for duty at U.S. Naval Hospital, Okinawa, Japan. At that time, I was a young hospital corpsman and was assigned to the Bush Branch Medical Clinic in Camp Courtney, Okinawa, Japan. I learned later that the clinic was named after Mr. Robert E. Bush during the Battle of Okinawa, where he earned a Medal of Honor for his heroic actions on May 2nd, 1945. The fateful event happened just miles from the Bush Branch Medical Clinic. During our many Hospital Corps Board celebrations in Okinawa, we honored and remembered the many heroes and sacrifices of the Battle of Okinawa, including Hospitalman Apprentice First Class Bush. 27 years later, I reported to Robert E. Bush Naval Hospital, this time as the executive officer. Once again, I am honored to serve in a command named after a true hero and patriot after I first learned about his heroic actions during the Battle of Okinawa. We are all humbled and proud to serve in a command dedicated in Mr. Bush's honor and his rich legacy.
Good afternoon, shipmates. As we commemorate the actions and the gallantry that Robert E. Bush displayed on 2nd May 1945, I would like to express that it is an honor and a privilege to serve as a Command Master Chief at the Naval Hospital that was named after this great man. His legacy of honor, courage, commitment, valor, resiliency, and sacrifice is one that we all should strive to emulate every single day. Thank you all for being a part of this small but mighty command.